Good morning. How are you? Hope you are all fine, right? So, what are you planning for your future? Must be planning for some competitive exams, isn't it? Yeah. So, some of you must be willing to be an IS officer or RS officer. Some must be preparing for other competitive exams, isn't it? Right, all of you are willing to be competitive. You all have some competitive spirits, right? Okay. As you all know, English is an essential part of all the competitive exams. In these days of globalization, one has to be well conversant with English language. But without knowing the very basics of English language, are you able to write? Are you able to speak properly? No. So you can't write correctly. You are unable to communicate properly without having the basic knowledge of English language. So today we are going to learn tenses. So all of you must have studied tenses in your previous classes. You know very well that there are three main tenses: the present, the past, the future. The word tense refers to the form of the verb. We can see here on the slide present tense, and the form of the verb is first form of the verb, play oblique plays. Play is first form of the verb, right? So if the first form of the verb is there, it means it is a present tense. Next, past tense, played. What happened? Play is changed into played, the second form of the verb. So the verb is indicative of the tense. It is a second form of the verb. So it is a past tense. Now future tense. So in the word play, the first form of the verb play, what we have added? Will and shall. If the will and or shall is added to the first form of the verb, it will indicate the future tense. So what is conveyed? That the form of the verb, with the form of the verb you can know that which tense it is. It is the first. If it is the first form of the verb, it is a present tense. It is the second form of the verb, then it is a past tense. If will or shall is added to the first form of the verb, then it is a future tense, right? Now we will see with examples. Read the following sentences. I write this letter to please you. See the verb write. Write is the verb here. Okay. Write. Which form of the verb is it? First form of the verb. So the sentence is of present tense. Second sentence. I wrote this letter in his presence. Wrote. Wrought is the second form of the verb. So it is past tense. I shall write another letter tomorrow. Now in the first form of the verb shall, what is added? In the first form of the write, what is added? Shall. So shall write, future tense. So in the first sentence, I write this letter to please you. In the first sentence, the verb write refers to the present time. And a verb that refers to the present time is said to be the present tense. In sentence 2, I wrote this letter in his presence. The verb wrote refers to past time, and the verb which refers to the past time is said to be in the past tense. Right? Now the third sentence. In the third sentence, the verb shall write refers to future time. I shall write another letter tomorrow. Shall write refers to the future time. So a verb that refers to the future time is said to be in the future tense. So now we will learn about simple present tense. On one side of the slide, I have taken the form of the verb to be used, and other side the forms of the verb. So in simple present tense, we will always use the first form of the verb. Now you see, if with I, you and plural number, you will use play. That is the first form of the verb, but no s or es will be added. But if it is a third person singular, for example he, she, Ram, etc., then what will you do? S will be added to the first form of the verb. So we have made it plays. Now you can see here with examples. With first person, if it is singular, if the first person is singular, I play. I is singular and we have used play. We is plural, though it is first person but it is plural. Then it will be play only. So with first person, whether it is singular or plural, we will use only play. With second person, you know second person, you is second person. So you is plural also, you is singular also. So you will use only play. But if it is a third person, then third person but singular. If it is third person and if it is singular, then s will be added to the verb. He / she plays. But if the third person is plural, they is third person but it is plural, so again it will be play only. No s or es will be added. Now see that there are certain verbs which end with o, s, ch or x. There are certain words which end with such type of words. Then what will you do? You will add es after them to form the third person singular number. For example, do. So in do, what is there? It is ending with O, है ना? So and if it is ending with O, es will be added. So do will become does. If we are using do with third person singular number, then it will be does. It won't be do. Miss, it is ending with s. So again what will we do? Es we will add. So miss will become misses. Preach. So this word is ending with ch, है ना? ch. So again what will happen? The words ending with ch, we have to add es. So es will be added in the word preach. Now takes the word tax. Take the word tax. So it is ending with x. So again the same rule, we have to add es. Okay, got it? Right? Okay, now but see, if the verb ends with y, if the verb ends with y, and if the y is preceded by a consonant letter, there are two conditions: the word ending with y, as well as y is preceded with consonant letter. What will happen? The y will be changed into I, and es is added. है ना? We can see the examples here. Cry, right? Cry. So the word is ending with y, and what happens? Y will be changed into I, es will be added. If we are using the word cry with third person singular number, then this verb cry will be changed into cries. Y will be removed, I will be added, and es will be added. The next word, supply. Again the word is ending with y, right? So what we do? What will you do? Tell me. No, y will be removed, right? Y will be removed, I will be added, I and es. es will be added. But when we have the word third person singular number, है ना? If these verbs are used with third person singular number, then we will use these rules. Got it? Right. So now you have understood whatever you have learned today. Okay. So now what will you do? You will study at home, है ना? Tomorrow again we will continue. You have to, I'll ask so many questions what you have read about, है ना? You have to be ready for the answers. Okay, do read at home, be prepared. Okay, and then I will ask you so many questions about the topic which I have taught you today, and we will continue it tomorrow. Okay, thank you.